This weekend, once again, the Gospel, it speaks of the greatest prophet who ever lived, St. John the Baptist. And we're told in the Gospel passage today that John is sent by God as a witness to the light, it says. And the light, of course, is Jesus himself. And John the Baptist, he is sent as this humble messenger. Nothing more. God gives him a message to share with the whole world, and that is essentially his vocation. And when he arrives, the people ask him, well, who are you exactly? And John replies, he says, I am a voice that cries in the wilderness of this world. And I have come with a message to share with you. I have come to prepare you for the arrival of the Messiah. And so this weekend, this third Sunday of Advent, we're considering the vocation, the role of the great prophet. His job was simply to tell other people about Jesus. His task to get them ready to convert, to change, and then to meet the Lord when at last he comes. And his was a difficult job. It wasn't easy for John the Baptist to share that message, particularly with people who had turned away from God or who had forgotten God. And yet these were precisely the people that John the Baptist was sent to evangelize. In many ways, it is so timely that we hear about the prophet's work at this stage in our Advent journey, just about a week before Christmas. Because in this next week or so, it is a critical moment for you and me in the task of evangelization. And here I'm thinking about how we will reach out to our families and our friends and gently invite them back home to the church to celebrate Christmas Mass. The work of evangelization in this next week. And especially I'm thinking about those who have been away from the church for some time. Maybe those who, I'm sure you know people who, for whatever reason, haven't come back after all the chaos of COVID. Perhaps it's those who prefer to watch Mass from the comfort of their armchair. And that's fine if you can't make Mass, but if somebody's watching this Mass on TV just now and you've got legs that will move you to Mass, please turn off the TV next week or the internet and join us physically at Mass. We can't receive Jesus through a computer screen or a TV screen. Also, I'm thinking perhaps about those who are cynical about faith and God and the church. And for that reason, a distance has been created. Or what about those, our young people, who've just got out of the habit of practicing their faith? This is the week now to reach out, to be missionary, to evangelize. This is the week to harness your inner John the Baptist and to encourage others to come back home, to be courageous in telling others about Jesus. This is our task in the week ahead. And in the end, people say to me, what does the church offer? We offer nothing but Jesus. Nothing else. In the grand scheme of things, all we can give to people is the gift of Jesus himself. So share the message of his coming. Share the message of Bethlehem, especially with your loved ones. And maybe you're sitting there saying, well, that sounds very nice. But when I think about people in my family or my friends who haven't been to Mass for a while, if I ask them, it won't make any difference. Perhaps you're sitting there kind of expecting rejection. Maybe you think, well, I will be the voice in the wilderness if I ask. Still ask. Still ask. Still invite. And don't hold back. Present your invitation with love, with gentleness, with kindness. And you just never know the miracles that might take place. I'm always amazed, I'm sure Father Towie's the same, that at Christmas the place is packed with lots of people who only come at Christmas. And sometimes it happens that they walk through those doors because somebody has said, why don't you join us? Let that person be you, reaching out, being missionary, being evangelizers. This Christmas, let's fill this house of God with the whole family of God's people. Let's show to the world that we are a family. That's what we are as a parish. And everybody has a place within this family. Everybody. So, the task is this. At some point this week, be a messenger, like John the Baptist, and reach out to those you love who might be far from the church, whose faith might have fallen asleep in recent times. And once you ask, once you invite, let God do the rest. Let His grace be the thing that brings change. May the Christmas message of hope and joy soften hearts and reawaken the spark of faith. Let's make this Christmas extra special by gathering around the altar and around the stable in the presence of those we love most. Amen.